Okay, in this video we're going to be looking at the area of a circle. And to find the area of a circle we use the following formula. So the area of a circle is going to be equal to A equals pi r squared. And if we remember from algebra that when we have these terms right next to each other, what this actually means is A times r squared. Okay, so we've been given the area of a circle, and now we can solve for some of these problems. And F. Alright, so the only thing we really need to in order to solve for the area of the circle is the radius. That's the only thing we have as an unknown for determine the area of a circle. So when we look at this first one, we can see that we have a point in the center or the origin, and we have a line going straight to the circumference, and we know that any line from the center of a circle to the circumference is the radius. So the radius is going to be equal to 2 meters. So our area is going to be equal to pi times 2 squared. So let's do that. Pi times 2 squared. So that's 12.56. We'll round this to 2 decimal places. So 12.566. Round that up. 12.57. So 12.57. Check the units. It's in meters. So because this is area, it's meters squared. Alright, let's check B. Well, again, we've been given a length going from the center to the circumference of the circle, and we know that that must be the radius. So the area is going to be equal to pi times 9 squared. Pi times 9 squared, which is equal to 254.469, but we'll round up to 2 decimal places, so it's 254.47. 254.47, and we check the units, it's kilometers, so this is kilometers squared. Okay, in C, again we've been given the radius, and that means that our area is going to be equal to pi times 6 squared, or pi times 36. So let's put that up. Pi times 6 squared, or pi r squared, is going to be equal to 113.09, and if we round that to 2 decimal places, it's going to be 113.10. Check the units, it's centimeters, so that's centimeters squared. Alright, let's check this one. Well, in this one we haven't been given the radius, but we have been given the diameter. We know it's the diameter because we've gone from one side to the other of the circle straight through the center. And we know that one of these points from the center is equal to the radius, and another one of these points the center is equal to the radius. So we can recall that the radius, the radius is going to be equal to the diameter divided by 2. So, if we have our radius, our diameter of 20, if we divide that by 2, it's 10 centimeters. So r is equal to 10 centimeters. So now we have everything we need in order to solve for the area of the circle. And the area of the circle is going to be equal to pi times 10 squared. So pi times 10 squared. 314.15, and then we round up, so 314.16. 14.16, check the units, it's centimeters, so this is area, so it's centimeters squared. Next one, we've been given the diameter again. We've gone straight across through the center, so the diameter is going to be, the radius is going to be half that diameter, and half of 8.8 is 4.4, so A is going to be equal to pi times 4.4 squared. So our area is going to be equal to pi times 4.4 squared. And our area is equal to 60.82. 60.82, and that's in meters, so meters squared. Now in this last one we haven't been given anything within the circle. What we have been given is this distance outside the circle of 4.7. But if we follow these up, we can see that this distance represents the distance from one side of the circle to the other. And the distance from one side of the circle to the other, well, that was just our diameter. So they've given us our diameter, but they've given us outside of the circle. And if we have our diameter, in order to find our radius, we just divide it by 2. So 4.7 divided by 2 is 2.35. So our area is going to be equal to pi times 2.35 squared. 2.35 squared. And that is equal to 17.349, rounded up, 17.35. 17.35 centimeters squared. Centimeters, and then squared because it's area. Okay, so that was a bunch of questions, all dealing with the area of a circle from a radius or from a diameter. The key things you need to remember is that diameter is 2 times the radius. So in order to find the radius, we simply divide the diameter by 2. And the other thing to remember is the area formula for the area of a circle. The area of a circle is pi r squared. Pi r squared. So I hope you learned those 2 things, and I hope you picked up some techniques for how to solve these questions. I hope you also enjoyed the video, so I'll see you in the next one.